Title: Debt Traps, When Money Runs Low and Hope Runs High. Maria Lopez wiped sweat from her brow under the scorching Houston sun. She was at the bustling farmer's market, juggling 2 bags of groceries while keeping an eye on her phone. Another notification popped up: credit card payment overdue. She sighed. Working 2 jobs had been exhausting, but the hours had recently been cut. Bills kept piling, school fees for her daughter Sophia needed paying, and rent was due in just 7 days. Maria was a single mom fighting hard to keep her family afloat since her husband left 2 years ago. She had dreams, like every parent: a stable home, a good education for Sophia, and peace of mind. One afternoon, as she was packing vegetables into bags, a man in a crisp shirt approached her with a warm smile. "Need quick cash? Low interest, no collateral needed," he said, handing her a glossy flyer. Maria glanced at the offer: a short-term loan, with payments starting next month. It seemed like a lifeline, just enough to cover rent, school supplies, and groceries. She promised herself she'd pay it off quickly. That night, she sat at the kitchen table, staring at the loan agreement on her phone. It looked official, legitimate. She clicked accept. At first, things seemed fine. She paid the first loan installment on time, but then came the unexpected: interest fees that weren't explained clearly. A processing charge appeared on her next statement. Another loan offer popped up in her inbox, this time for a higher amount. The bills started stacking. She found herself borrowing again to pay the first loan's interest. The minimum payments felt like a slow-moving avalanche. The phone calls started urgent, sometimes harsh reminders from collection agents. Maria's anxiety grew. How did she get here? She realized she had fallen into a classic debt trap, borrowing more just to pay off old debts, not fully understanding the loan terms, no emergency savings to fall back on. The dream of financial relief was now a nightmare. One day, at a community center, Maria shared her story with a friend, Anna. Anna listened carefully, then said, "Debt isn't bad if you use it wisely. But when you borrow just to pay back old debt, it's a trap. You need a plan." Anna helped Maria make a simple budget. List all her income sources. Write down all monthly expenses. Highlight what's necessary versus what can wait. Together, they contacted creditors to explain Maria's situation. Some agreed to lower payments or delay deadlines. Small steps, big changes. Maria picked up small side gigs, babysitting, sewing repairs, and odd jobs around the neighborhood. Every extra dollar went toward her loans. She started cooking meals at home instead of eating out, cut back on non-essentials, and negotiated better deals on utilities. It was hard, but it worked. Months later, the balance on her loans began to shrink. More importantly, Maria regained control over her finances and her peace of mind. She realized something powerful: debt can be a tool, but only if you understand it and use it carefully. Today, Maria runs a small group at her community center. She teaches others how to avoid the traps she fell into. She shares her budget templates, negotiation tips, and practical advice on when to say no. Her story spreads beyond Houston, reaching people in Manila, Lagos, Mumbai, and beyond. Maria's journey is a reminder for all of us. When money runs low, don't let debt run your life. Moral of the story: borrow only what you can repay without strain. Understand loan terms, fully ask questions. Build emergency savings to avoid borrowing. Seek help and create a clear budget. Take small steps every day toward financial freedom. Follow for more practical stories and tips to help you stay financially healthy worldwide. Subscribe now and take charge of your financial future.